Barbara is a Ugandan lawyer who never thought she would get married to a white man someday. But one night in 2022, she had a dream about Anthony. She saw his face in a dream and God showed her that he was the person she was going to marry. At that time, Barbara had no idea about who Anthony was and where he lived. She had not even met him. 3 months earlier, she had joined TikTok, and just 3 weeks after her dream, Barbara received a hi on TikTok from a stranger named Anthony, who had not even checked her profile before messaging her. Barbara replied to the message and they started chatting. Anthony had joined TikTok in the same month as Barbara. Anthony asked Barbara her country. She told him she was from Uganda and he told her he was from Canada. Then Anthony told Barbara that someday he will visit Uganda and see what life was like there, and they continued talking as friends. But the next day, Barbara didn't hear from Anthony, so she thought he had lost interest in her. But then at 10 p.m. in the evening, she received a message from him. She told Anthony that she was so concerned when she didn't hear from him. But Anthony had to explain to Barbara that Uganda and Canada have a big time difference, and that's why he had delayed to respond to her. As they continued talking every day, Anthony told Barbara that he was waiting for his passport to be processed. So Barbara wondered, how can someone be without a passport? So she thought Anthony was lying to her. And Barbara says if it wasn't the delay of the passport, Anthony would have traveled to Uganda within 2 weeks of knowing each other. So they kept on chatting casually for 2 to 3 weeks. So one day, Anthony sent a heart emoji to Barbara, and Barbara sent a heart emoji to Anthony too. As they kept chatting, Barbara saw that there was nothing really serious going on between them. So she asked Anthony if he loved her. Anthony said yes, he loved her. And from there they started talking about their likes and their dislikes, and they got to know each other better. 2 months later, Anthony finally got his passport and traveled to Uganda to meet Barbara in person. They spent some quality time together and got to know each other better. Anthony stayed in Uganda for 5 weeks. He had also learned a lot about Barbara's culture, but he then had to travel back to Canada. I asked Barbara how did she know that Anthony was the right man for her. She said that before Anthony traveled to Uganda, he was told a lot of negative stories about Africa, but that did not stop him from traveling to meet her. That's when she realized that Anthony was the right man for her. And the fact that Anthony is a God-fearing man and that they are both Catholics, that also made her realize that Anthony was the one. I asked Barbara if Anthony faced any challenges while he was in Uganda. She said Anthony did not face any challenges because he is a people person, he is very friendly, and that those who got closer to him liked him more. And I also asked her how her family reacted since she had brought them someone from a different culture. She said that her family loved him and they asked her if she was happy. She told them yes, she was happy and she loved him, and they said as long as she's happy, that's what was very important to them. Barbara advises single women that while searching for love, show the authentic version of yourself. That if you pretend to be someone else, you will attract someone who will fall in love with the false version of you. And that you should also be patient, that the right person will definitely find you. And I hope that you who is watching, you will take Barbara's advice seriously. Months later, Barbara and Anthony had their kuchala. In Ugandan culture, a kuchala is where the bride introduces her husband to be to her family and a few relatives, seeking their approval and support for their marriage. During kuchala, they discuss important matters like dowry, which is a traditional gift from the groom's family to the bride's family as an appreciation for raising their daughter. Then in July 2023, they had a beautiful customary marriage, and that's when Anthony paid the dowry. And I will cry.
cross for you the ocean. We have no reasons to deny. We must be closer, closer, closer. We'll be waiting all my life, and I will cross for you the ocean. We have no reasons to deny. We must be closer, closer, closer.
One month later, they had a civil marriage. Then in July 2024, they had a beautiful church marriage.
I will follow you to find a way, no matter what the world will say. In the darkest times, when there's no hope, don't be afraid, you'll never be alone.
Anthony and Barbara are still in a long-distance marriage, but Anthony makes regular trips to Uganda to spend some precious time with Barbara, and they have bigger plans for their future together. Barbara and Anthony have a YouTube channel. You can please go support them by subscribing to their channel and get to know more about them. And to my beautiful single ladies, I know you are tired of swiping, you are tired of waiting, you are tired of wondering if you will ever find love. I want to tell you that you are not alone. Just please don't give up very soon. Love can always surprise you when you least expect it. On this channel, I share real-life love stories of interracial couples, and these stories are very authentic and relatable. Just get ready to be inspired by more interracial love stories that I'll be sharing in the next videos. If you found Barbara and Anthony's story very inspiring, give me a diamond in the comment section. Also, don't forget to comment, like this video, share it to someone who might need it, and please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell button so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Otherwise, catch you in the next one. Peace.